Yes, let's dance. It's music time, music time. Back like we never left. You might as well put on your good outfit tonight. We feeling good. If you stiff, go home.
Hey yo, what up? This is Musiq Soulchild, and I'm chilling with this Grind Hard Experience.
But they call me Musiq. Soulchild was the name that I came up with. I guess you could say that, but listening to old soul records, being raised on it, and I just messed around with the idea, and I ultimately came up with being musically I'm a child of soul music, or product of soul music, and that's how you get a child of soul. You got to go flip it, put it together. I tend to do that a lot. You get Soulchild. I wanted to just come out with Soulchild, but I already had a reputation as music. My managers at the time was like, yo, you shouldn't do that, come up with a different name. You already got it. Not reputation, but got a deal off of one thing, but don't just switch it up. So I was like, you know what, I'll just put it together. It'd be like Busta Rhymes. And you got Musiq Soulchild.
How does this album define me as a man and as an artist? I got some really big questions, man. I don't know.
They're pretty good.
I'm only thinking about this stuff, man. Like, I know y'all be trying to keep them, interesting. I don't want to ask the same, and I totally appreciate that. But I don't really know if I know how to answer that question. I'll attempt at it. I think it defines me as a successful artist, as a credible artist, as a relevant artist. As an accomplished man, in my life, doing something not just for myself, but for other people. This is my way of contributing to humanity, and my fellow person, not just in my culture, but just to the world. This is my social service, and I feel accomplished. And even still, at the same time, contradictingly, is that a word?
Okay, we'll make it a word.
Okay, cool. Still have so much to do, yeah, and the fact that I'm in 2011, still saying that I'm, working, I'm putting out my album, it's the type of music that I'm making, in the type of industry and business that I'm in, I think that ain't something that you go to sleep on, man. That's something that should be appreciated. It's no small feat to accomplish. So, I think it has a lot to do with my work ethic. I think it has to do a lot with the fact that I choose to take a realistic approach. Therefore, more people can identify with it on a realistic basis. I like to think that the type of music and the tradition of music and legacy of music that I'm contributing to is something that everybody can identify with. It's something that you can feel. It's something that you can't fake, and it's a dying art that I don't think enough people. There's a whole lot of people out there other than myself contributing to it, but it's not everybody's trying to get that quick money. Nobody's really thinking about that long term, not long term money, but long term contribution. Because with the money in that, what's the point if you can't stick around? I could do something right now for a couple of dollars, but 5 years later, you ain't gonna care. I'd rather do something, that I might not get the attention, of whatever's popping real hard these days, but I know 10 years from now, you'll still be looking for me, because that's what it means. That's what the investment that I made means, and that's what you get out of it.
Your really hot single, Anything, was produced by Swiss Beats.
No, it's actually produced by Jerry Wonder.
Jerry Wonder, okay. But you also worked with Swiss Beats.
Yeah, he was a feature on it, yeah.
Okay, what was it like working with him?
It was cool. I mean, there wasn't that much work.
It wasn't that much work.
No, he's such a pro at it that he just hopped in a record. Hopped in the studio, hopped in the booth, when I was working on the record, and just freestyled his verse. And like 10, 15 minutes later, he was done. Like, seriously, that's how, like, a lot of people don't understand how dope of an MC Swiss Beats is. Like, he does it for a living. Like, like, who you think be coming up with them hooks? Like, that's him. And he beat that, and they always work, because they get you on that floor, they make you feel something, But yeah, shouts out to Switch for jumping on the record. He ain't have to do that. But we have been like hollering at each other like throughout the years. I would see him at airports, I would see him like at events. We're like, yo, we need to work together. Yeah, we need to work together. Like that's always been our part of our meetings, our encounters, actually I should say. But you know, eventually it was bound to happen, and that was the right opportunity. Everything just happened. You know, you didn't have to force nothing. You didn't have to work on nothing. It was like, it's almost like it was supposed to happen. Yeah, it was very, very natural.
You probably all noticed the way you titled your albums and some of your singles, just one word.
Yeah, we all know that I can't spell. Let's go.
So what's the thought process behind all that? Is it just you can't spell?
It's just my own signature. I tried it out once. I thought it was fresh, and I kept going. I mean, some people used to do it back in the day, like Prince. You know, he does like even symbols too. Outkast did it. George Clinton did it. Sonic Family Stone did it. It's just something fun to do, you know. And I know, like, every time I come out with an album, and if I do that, I know you guys will recognize that. You know, that's Musiq Soulchild. The label thing was just something that happened, just real organic, you know. I was actually, it was per request, and my thing was, I'm not mad at where I'm at, but you know, if you can offer up an equal, if not better situation, it really doesn't matter to me. And actually, it worked out because even the label that I was on was like, you know, you're an awesome artist to have, but you know, we don't mind switching, you know, some things around. And ultimately, what the swap was, you know, Def Jam got Fabulous, and Atlantic Records got Musiq Soulchild.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's almost like a big,
right, a little trade.
Yeah, a little trail, you know.
So there's no bad blood between you.
No. If Def Jam was like, yo, you know, let's try to work it out, then you know. But I'm good at Atlantic Records now. And as far as management is concerned, there was a little bit of creative differences, but it wasn't no beef, you know. Like, it's still all love, God bless them and what they do. But I just had different ideas.
So at the end of the day, it's your record.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And if we're not if we're not in sync with the outlook and the ultimate goal, then I'm not going to continue to work with you guys because y'all going to try to push me in one direction. And I'm not going to, you know, I will always be the difficult artist because that's not where I want to go. You know, and y'all are never going to support me in what I want to do because y'all have other things in mind. So I'm not going to try to force nothing. I'm just going to go in another direction so that y'all can do what y'all got to do, and I can do what I need to do.
For the next year's Grammy Awards, they have restructured the category so there's no longer male and female awards. I was wondering what your thoughts
wow.
For all the categories, there's only going to be best solo and group performance, and I think that's going to.
I don't know. I think that even though men and women approach things differently, and you know, just for historical purposes, it is fresh to monitor both genders' contribution to humanity through the arts. I think that it's even better by merging them because you're not what's the word I'm looking for? You're not it's basically like you're not saying, oh yeah, that was hot for a girl. You know what I'm saying? Discriminating. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think that element of you know, quiet discrimination, you know, that's kind of been going on. You know, we can get rid of that now. And a female should definitely, if she's passionate about what she does, and she's good at what she does, she'll run with the men too. Now, maybe age, you know, that still should be respected because a young person's perspective on the arts is different. You know, you can't put, Willow and Nicki Minaj in the same category. That just doesn't make any sense. You know, it'd be either or both of them have an unfair advantage. You know, Nicki can't be doing that kiddie stuff and get away with it because that's not, you know, you're a grown woman, you know. And of course, you know, the other way around. Willow, come on now, I will smack Will and Jada. She ain't Nicki, you know. So. It should be respected as such, so I get the age thing. What's a cool look for a dude? Well, I'm going to use myself. I don't know, it all depends. Like right now, I'm working. I like to, you know, look nice a little bit. I'm very partial to vests, 3-piece suits look. You know, I like it, but I don't like it to be too stuffy, so that's why I wear tennis shoes with it a lot. You know, I love, you know, shoes, the old shoe, classic, traditional suit look, but. You know, I move around too much, and plus, it's just the hip hop in me that can only go so far with the suit look. You know, when I dress down, you know, jeans, t-shirts, I'm addicted to hoodies. Like, I'm very addicted to hoodies. I got like 11 million hoodies at my crib. Like, I like to shop at like the skater stores and surf stores or whatever. Like, they have like different
wrote a whole bunch of different designs. I can't really shop at, you know, like DTLRs and stuff like that because the sizes, like the designs be fresh, but the sizes be too big. Like the smallest they have is a large. It's like, dude, are you serious? Look at me. I'm like, well, I'm secure in my height and my size. I don't have to explain myself. Oh, for the ladies. Yeah. I like Victoria's Secret, but it doesn't have to be Victoria's Secret, you know. I like panties. Honestly, I you know, I can do without them. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, it looks nice. I can definitely appreciate it, but I ain't gonna do nothing to take it off. So, but outside, you know, I mean, everything doesn't work for everybody. You know, everybody has their own style. So, I'll just say generally, I like to see a woman wearing what she knows it enhances her personal style. You know, don't try to rock some stuff because you saw somebody else rock it because it's like perfume. It might not work for you. You know, body chemistry and personal style is the determining factor of you being able to pull something off. You know, I don't really do nothing that different than anybody else does. I like to go to the movie theater. Like I really like that's. I spend most of my time either at a studio or at a movie theater. You know, or definitely at the crib with my family. But you know, or checking out a fresh restaurant or a movie store. You know, I'm just a I tell you, I'm a regular dude. I'm a regular dude. You know, like I do regular, sometimes even boring, but I'm just a regular dude. Like I do regular things.
Has anyone at previous labels or label right now ever tried to persuade you into doing that or to
No. The closest thing I can think of is they try to hook me up with somebody and be like, you know, maybe that could be like a trending topic, but it's like the past. You know, and it apparently never happened. It never happened. I don't know. Well, let me just say this. I don't judge nobody. That's just not something that I do. I don't negatively critique anybody. I do have an opinion about a lot of things, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. But I definitely am in support of and congratulate anybody, you know, or at least if somebody's doing something that I might find is a little unintelligent or unwise, or maybe even downright stupid, you know, I still say, well, that's that person, however they choose to get down, you know, because I know I do some stupid stuff too, and I won't want nobody judging me. So, with that said, I'm just not interested in doing stuff like that to get attention because I feel like it's a distraction because you're not really supporting me because of the work. You're supporting me because I'm like the poppin' topic and oh yeah, by the way, I got an album and you want to find out what it sounds like. I'm not interested in that kind of attention. I would much rather you pay attention to what I'm actually really here to do because that's what's going to keep me going. That's what's going to make you care after all of that craziness dies down. It's like, why do I like this person again? Oh yeah, because, you know, he had a picture of so-and-so and, you know, he smacked so-and-so up or he, you know, was caught smoking this and, you know, doing that. Like, I don't need to do jail time in order to get record sales. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not knocking nobody because some people, that's just their real life. You know, it's just unfortunate, you know. But I would rather be out here. I would rather be, you know, clear-headed. I would rather be drama-free, you know, so that I can appreciate everything that's happening, even though it may not be on a grand scale. That's cool, you know what I'm saying? But at least I get to work, you know, and that means more to me than anything, you know. The fact that I get to work and have something for y'all, you know. I don't want nothing to get in the way of that. You know, things sometimes do. You know, lately there's been things popping up on the internet that happened to me, you know, or that I've talked about, and it was like, oh, yeah, you know, Musiq Soulchild is that. I'm like, word? You blast that, but you don't blast the fact that I got a new album coming out. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it. You know, but, by the way, that was good sarcasm. Some people don't understand sarcasm, I'm just saying. But yeah, like, I don't, and it's not that I like go out of my way to keep away from all of that. I just don't offer nothing to, you know, for that, you know. But it's funny, even still, like I just be talking about my life, you know, and people just make that like a oh shit moment, you know. So it is what it is. I don't know. I'm not here to change the game, you know. It is what it is. I'm just trying to find my way in it and make the best of it.